I saw a video about, well, under the guise of putting men up on game, particularly black men and young men at that, putting them up on game, and basically it was kind of a drubbing, it was the usual bullshit, the passive aggressive, bullshit, disguised as some kind of self help. It's just some guy in a room talking shit. And I listened to it and whatnot. I'm not even gonna identify the fucking guy or where I heard the shit from. But like it's the usual shit, Like I have a trained ear and I know this motherfucker been through it. I know he been through it and shit. He's just talking some bullshit. He has a bullshit name. And you could just take that shit, back to the black exploitation movie he fucking stole it from, And I ain't trying to shit on another brother. That's why I'm not gonna say who it is or say the name of their fucking channel because I'm not giving no more free endorsements out. I'm done doing that. And I want to talk to you, some of these motherfuckers with this passive aggressive self help bullshit. You know, this DIY for niggas unsolicited and shit. And you can take it. You can include me in there if you want to. But I posit that you use simple common sense when dealing with the world. All right? That's the basis of what I'm talking about. That's why I adhere to the moniker SYSBM. But underlying that, simple common sense. Okay? All right? That shit will get you out of a lot of fucking trouble. And this guy was talking about how women use whore tactics and they don't respect you and the yada yada. I heard that bullshit so many times. It make me vomit almost. And I just got over a bunch of negative media. I've been real under the weather lately. And I just heard this shit and I decided to comment on it. I want to tell you young men within the sound of my voice that as your brother, as your elder brother, I love and respect you, whatever your station in life is. No matter what your criminal record is or anything, unless you're somebody who's doing some fucked up shit, you know, unless you're fucking with kids or something, you get these hands and a lot more shit that I can't say because of YouTube standards and practices and shit. And I hate that I have to put a disclaimer as we have been painted from the dawn of time as the, we've been used as the albatross for everything bad and shit, even our melanin content. All right? It's pretty fucked up. It's not here to make a big social experiment, but I wanted to talk to you young guys. And I wanted to talk to you about your interactions with women today and whatever the fuck they do and why they do. I want to posit to you, you go look at the Bruce Lee clip. Yes, Bruce Lee. He has this thing about, he has a philosophical turn on a talk show. It might be with Dick Cavett or something. But he says, be like water. Okay? You go look at that shit every day when you get your ass up out of bed before you go out into a world that hates and fears you. Cliche as that may sound. And we all know where I got that from. They ain't not getting no shout out either because the company that owns them is an antagonist to our people. Alright? Look, it don't matter what a woman does. Okay, it doesn't matter why she does it. The minute she crosses you, she is nothing. Okay? She becomes nothing. You must be like water. No matter what it is. Okay? The worst thing you can do to a woman is to look right through them. Alright? Like they're made of glass. And you got to keep it pushing, okay? Because the whole deal is to distract you and fill your mind with nonsense. Or even just snow, white snow. Go turn, you got any kind of old TV in your house, just go turn the TV to like a blank channel. You see that static screen with all that snow on it? That's what their job is. Like a bad, a non-select, whatever the fuck you want to call it, a 304, whatever the fuck. A lot of these women, believe what they say to you. If they're asking you for tangibles and all this shit and they offer nothing in return, that tells you what they're all about and whatnot. They're a service like a public toilet, okay? If you want to engage with that shit, you have to keep your head on a swivel, physically and legally. All right? I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not policing anyone's junk or nothing. I just want you to be safe out there because I give a shit. And I wish that we had this method of communicating when I was your age. I wish I had someone there to go to like that, because a lot of the men that I was seeing, they were already gnawed and chewed to death by the system and their spouses who couldn't help them. couldn't be. They only knew what they were programmed to do, but they couldn't truly be a symbiotic relationship. That's why the family died. That's why the nuclear family died, because they were socially engineered. All of us, generationally speaking, was socially engineered into a service class. And we've been fighting against that for a minute, and they just keep revising that programming and shit. And now it's more overt. I try to wonder. I wonder if they're getting better at it, or if they're just sloppy and they don't give a shit. Or I just wonder if the minority majority doesn't feel the need to hide their intentions anymore. They're just overt with it because they want to see what we do when they're out in the open with it. That's why all of their representatives and agents are so egregious and just talk so recklessly and behave so recklessly and do things that fly in the face, no matter what color they are. It's up to you, okay, young people? And you can't let another human being dictate the path of your life. If you have any kind of direction, if you want to find out who you are, you got to be like water, man. You go look at that goddamn clip. I'm not going to post that clip here. I've done enough videos trying to direct people in a certain direction, okay? I'm not just here to talk shit. I'm not just here to drag shitty black women, okay? Really shitty ones. And I always come with receipts. I always come with fucking receipts. And I don't lie. At this point in my life, I can be honest, 100% honest, looking out at the world and looking at our ethnic community and the way it's deteriorated into shit, and knowing that I was born in 1969, it's 2022, the tail end of it. Fuck. I am a misogynist anarchist and shit. We need to course correct. And no woman is going to help you do that. Okay? A lot of them are not going to help you do it. I'm not shitting on every woman. Just listen to the fact that I have to constantly put disclaimers in my commentary and shit. I just do that naturally and shit. It tells you the social programming and shit that we are uncomfortable with our masculine roles. Alright? Our natural inclinations, who we are on a genetic level, has been subverted for so fucking long. Alright? It's been subverted for so fucking long and shit. And it was time for you to take back your identity. It's time for you to go out there and find out who you are for real. Okay? It's time you just reach deep inside and find out what's in there. Okay? Alright? Or you already know the alternative and shit. You can go, you can remove all your clothes and you can get some shackles and you can you can put the clamp around your neck. Hopefully you won't get the one with the spikes facing inward towards your throat. And you can put the muzzle on over your face. And you can put those shits on your hands. And don't worry, one of the members of the minority majority or their agents, even ones that look like you, will come along and put the leg shackles on.